Hey, it's Julie with Balanced Life with Julie, health coach and nutritionist. So this week I have a really interesting topic for you, and it relates to goal setting and making big visions for our life. And a lot of people have these hopes and dreams that they want to create, but most people don't actually do anything about it. And so as a coach, I'm always asking why. Why is that? And for a lot of people, it's fear, it's doubt. It could just be they don't actually know how to pursue certain things. So these are all factors that influence what people do and what they create in their life. But what I actually want to ask you is, what is it costing you? Because oftentimes, most people don't actually look at what it's costing them in their life to not go after their dreams and ambitions. So is it affecting your work? Is it affecting your relationships? Is your mood not great because you're kind of selling yourself short, so to speak? So after my husband passed away, for those of you that don't know, I was married before, and my husband unfortunately passed away in September of 2012. He had a heart attack, and it was a terrible, terrible time in my life. And it has been actually the reason why I shifted and created my own business, went back to school first, and then shifted into health coaching and nutrition. And so I actually found a diary of his after he passed away. And I read it, and what I learned about him was that he had all of these ambitions and dreams, but he never actually went after any of them. And I was actually very devastated when I read his words. I sat on the floor and I actually really broke down in tears because I had no idea that he had all of these ambitions for himself, because the person that I lived with would get up in the morning and have his morning coffee and get himself ready for work and then go off to work. And he was very successful at what he did, but he was also incredibly unfulfilled. And he's no longer here, so he'll never ever have that opportunity to fully realize his own dreams and ambitions. So here I am, more than 7 years later, and I'm actually pursuing my dreams. I'm actually chasing after something, wanting to create a business that helps people, wanting to help transform their lives. And, not every single day is beautiful. Not every single day is amazing. Some days are very challenging. But I am so glad that I gave myself permission to go chase after my dreams. So I'm sharing this with you because if you're watching this video, I hope that you too will step into whatever your greatness is, whatever dreams are calling to you. I sincerely hope that you will start to move towards them. So there are a few things that you can do just to start off. The first thing is to actually get clear on what you want in your life. Are there places you want to travel? Do you want to start a business? What kind of relationships do you want to have? And this is actually a really great journaling exercise. So either treat yourself to a nice journal and go to a coffee shop and answer these questions for yourself, or just sit at home quietly and go through the questions. But basically, what kind of relationships do you want? What do you see yourself doing? What brings you joy? One of those things that when you're working on this particular thing, you actually lose track of time. So what are the things that bring you joy? Who are the people that you want to be surrounded by? Are there places in the world that you want to travel? These are all questions to ask yourself. And it actually helps to just sit and get really quiet, take a few deep breaths, and then start to answer the questions. Because you actually want to answer the questions from your heart and not your head. A lot of us have these ideas about what kind of life we're supposed to have because we've been told our entire life that we should be aiming for certain things. But that might not be true for you. You may not want a certain kind of life. You may not want to have a house with 2 cars in the driveway. Maybe you want to live somewhere in Thailand off the beach and just write all day. Like maybe that's your idea of a beautiful life. But no matter what your ideas might be, it's really important to start writing them down, because the more you can get clear for yourself and actually write those things down, it's actually going to help you to create your dreams and your goals. So then after you've done your journaling exercise, the second thing to do is to actually look at what you wrote down. And I should just also mention that one of the other things you want to write down is, well, how do you envision your health to be? Because it's really important that we're living in a healthy body, that we're thriving, because that's what's going to help motivate you to create whatever your dreams are. Okay? So how do you envision your health to be? So when you're going back over those questions and you've written everything down, the second thing to do is to actually write down what are the simple steps you can take to move towards that. You know, let's say you want to run a marathon. The first step might be to just walk around the block, or do like 1 minute walking, 1 minute running. So you want to kind of start to implement these small little changes in your daily routine to help move you towards your dreams and goals. And it doesn't matter how big the dream or goal is, everything starts with little steps, right? So you want to create little steps for your health, little steps for your daily routine, little steps, even in your mindset. So for example, when I'm working out, I actually have a thought in my head. Anytime I start to feel tired, I actually flip the thought and tell myself I'm strong, right? So you want to also be shifting your mindset as well, because that's what's going to help you to create the life that you want. We can't create something different with the same pattern of thinking. So it's really, really important that you also get clear with what are the thoughts, what are the repetitive thoughts that you have every single day. And actually, as an extra journaling exercise, you can write those down. Like, what are the repetitive thoughts? What are the thoughts that are creating a lack of ambition, or making you feel like you're not enough, or keeping you trapped in your current circumstances? Write those thoughts down, and then start to write down something more positive that you're going to use every time you notice that thought coming up. What are you going to use instead? What are you going to remind yourself of instead, so that your brain starts to function differently? Okay. And then the last thing I would suggest is doing all of these little new routines for an extended period of time. So don't do it for a week. Try doing it for 30 days. And then at the end of 30 days, evaluate, how do you feel? What's working? And where can you tweak? What might you want to add? And just keep doing that step by step by step. And over time, you're going to start to notice you're going to feel different in your life. You're going to carry yourself differently. And the circumstances around your life, they'll start to shift. You'll probably start to attract new people into your life who are going to help you to create what you want to create. And also, you're going to start to have some new opportunities. So this is how you start to move towards the direction of your dreams. And if you're wanting ongoing support and accountability, definitely reach out to me. I am seeking individuals who are ready to up-level their lives and ready to really take control of their health and their overall well-being, as well as create the life that they want to live, their ideal dream life. So you can reach out to me. You can share this video, tag anyone who might be interested. Definitely subscribe to my newsletter. Also check out my free ebook on my website. It's full of great tips and tricks. And I will see you in the next video.